Welcome back to the Hot Pot of Coffee podcast. My name is Brad.
And I'm Amanda.
Did you almost forget what to say there?
No.
I watched you. You're like, oh shit. And then you came and you're like, I'm Amanda.
No.
Well, it looked like it. So we were supposed to have our friend Matt come on today, but apparently Matt's sick and he needs sleep.
Why did you say apparently? We saw him yesterday and he was very sick.
Yeah. So we went down to Tucson yesterday to see our good friends Matt and Aisha. And they're doing well. They're finally got real big boy and big girl jobs. And it's funny seeing them with money for the first time because every time I go down to see Matt, I buy him lunch or whatever, and Matt's like, "Oh no, I'll buy you guys lunch," and I was like, "Oh, look at this guy, he's got money now. He can buy three of us Chipotle." So I was he bought us lunch, and I was like, "Oh, you're an adult now," but which just means next time I go down, I have to buy lunch. So I'm never going back again. No, dude, Tucson was fun. It's so weird walking around college now.
I guess so.
Walking
it's
around
not my college, but
Matt and I, while you were you went downstairs or you were looking for something, Matt and I were sitting upstairs, and we were looking out over the balcony, and there was freshman girls walking by, and Matt looks at me and he's like, "They're like kids." I go, "Yes, they are kids."
They're also wearing nothing.
They're wearing nothing. Like that girl wearing that sensor bar.
No, every single girl in Tucson, around that college area, was literally wearing nothing. And it wasn't even that hot out.
Yeah, that's why I went to school there.
Oh my God.
Because I wore nothing. I walked away in the same thing.
You
wore Speedo and a tube top.
Booty shorts.
Dude.
The girl because remember we were sitting up on that balcony
above
Illegal Pete's, and then those three girls came up and sat kind of near us, and one was
there were three girls that were sitting up there?
You didn't even notice them?
They probably weren't hot, so no.
But a girl was in a mini skirt, and I literally saw her ass 6 times.
Seriously?
Yes.
No, I wasn't looking. They probably weren't hot enough.
That's good.
Yeah, they probably weren't hot enough for me to look. It's okay to window shop. Girls do it too.
I don't think window shop is the appropriate term to use.
Why? Looking at something you can't take? That's window shopping.
Again, you're using the wrong terminology.
What's the right terminology? Window shopping is where you walk by a Louis Vuitton and you're like, "Oh, dude, I love that duffel bag. I'm not paying $1,700 for it." Not that I'm speaking from experience or anything, but I did walk past the Louis V shop in Vegas and see that duffel, and I was like, yeah, there's better stuff to spend my money on.
Again, different.
Window shop is the right term.
No.
What's the right term then?
No, I'm just...
It's window shopping.
Just looking. Not saying you want something, because you don't want them.
Yeah, window shopping, if you want it, you go inside. Get it? You
no,
go
window
inside.
Shopping,
you go
inside. Oh my God, window shopping is, I don't have enough money for this, but if I did, I would buy it.
Isn't that true, though, of most guys to women? I don't have enough money for that, but... Getting nasty looks. No, it's window shopping.
It's not the right
Looking
term.
is fine. I think and I'm the one to do it too. Like Matt and I were talking about the guy who was sitting at the table with us. We even were dude, we wanted to hate him, but he's so nice and he's such an attractive guy. I think it's fine to notice attractive people.
Of course that's fine.
I mean, not to be
if
dude,
you were
I want to...
so repressed that you weren't allowed to do that, there's something wrong.
Yeah, I've walked, I've been with, girls and stuff where, I'll walk by someone, I'll be like, dude, that guy's a fucking god. And they're just yeah. And I'm like, I mean, it's fine, Yeah. Not if you, go pull down your pants and, shove your pussy in his face, it's not fine.
Well, on a lot of levels, no.
But I think it's fine. There's attractive people everywhere. It's fine to look. It's just not fine to touch. And I mean, even if you're single, it's not fine to touch. You need permission.
Yes. Consent.
Go up to them and be like,
in all things.
"Excuse me, you're extremely attractive. May I touch your upper thigh?"
May I touch you?
Can you draw somewhere on your body I can touch? And then they call the cops. Yeah, it is fucking weird.
But at least you asked. Right?
It's good though, because I always thought when I would get older, I'd go down there, and when I first left Tucson, and I would go down there and just be kind of oh, there's always gonna be hot girls down there. But now that I go back and I'm 10 years older than I was when I was a freshman in college, it's not the same. It's just I don't view these girls as like maybe the seniors or whatever, but like the freshmen walking around, it's like weird.
I mean, even still, they're so young.
Yeah. I mean, when I
even
left,
seniors are so
when
young.
I left Tucson, I was pretty young. I mean, I was younger, but now I'm like 10 years. I'm a decade older than the freshmen. It's weird. Mm-hmm. There's some like pedo on listening like, hey, fuck you, dude. Hey, man, as long as she's 17 and a half. I'm just kidding.
18.
That's okay. 18.
Actually, I think in some places it is 17, which is
No,
weird.
that's why when Lexi was like, but you can't fuck my friends. I really should have been like, yeah, it's not something you need to worry about ever. Because even 18 times 2 is too old for me. So no, I'm just kidding. What is that, 36? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think I'd fuck a 36-year-old. Unless she was like, who's a 36-year-old that's hot?
Like every celebrity ever.
Yeah, that's a good point. So, Keira Knightley, she's probably like 36, right?
No, she's younger.
Really?
Yeah.
Has Keira Knightley been in anything but Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah, she's been in a lot of things.
But like since?
Yeah, she does a lot of period pieces. She's
Once a month? Does she do period pieces once a month?
Gosh, you're so stupid. No, she's...
I'm fucking...
No, you're not. She likes to do period pieces. There's no other... Oh my god, I hate you. There's no other way to say that. Like...
She's on the rag.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, she did a movie called The Rag. It's a period piece.
Oh, God, can we move on?
Brad should do stand-up.
No.
I told Amanda these really good dad jokes the other day. And
They were not good dad jokes.
I was like, I met this really...
or I guess they were good dad jokes, but dad jokes suck.
I was like, hey, I met this really nice girl who takes care of bees. She's a keeper.
Boo.
I was like, you want to hear a joke about paper? Yeah, it's terrible.
Your dad is listening to this right now, and he's going to start cracking up.
I'll tell him the next time I see him. Okay, what are we drinking? I'm tired. Sorry, I'm not really.
I'm drinking directly from the bottle.
We're drinking from a bottle now because we're like, why pour wine glasses? The bottle is already shaped for your mouth. So we went back to wine. So there's this place in Phoenix called Le Grand Orange.
Or Le Grande Orange?
Le Grande Orange. Le Grand Orange. Croissant.
Croissant.
If you get a croissant from there, it's Le Grand Orange Croissant.
Well, they just call it LGO because no one wants... It's strange.
It's called Le Grand Orange, and it's like a grocery, but the only thing they sell there is... Okay, you know what it is? It's Adult Urban Outfitters.
But like just the...
just the knickknacks.
Well, no, Anthropology. That's
adult.
Okay.
It's Anthropology, except just as expensive.
Just as expensive, but it's more like Phoenix related. And
all the stuff made in there is like made by people who like sell it there.
Yeah.
And there's a restaurant in there.
And a bakery.
Their food is fucking legit.
So good. And they have a lot of wine.
But it's expensive. We got 2 salads. It was $28.
Okay, no. We got 2 salads.
Oh, and cake.
You got chips and a Coke.
A gluten-free macchiato cheesecake. That's what it was.
No, it's a chocolate hazelnut with like little espresso things on top.
That's what I said.
No.
So we got their homemade wine.
An estate made it.
I love
California.
I love it. If you just read the first line of the top, it says made by Kevin.
It's made by, wait, where? Oh, by Kevin Dunn.
Yeah, but it just says made by Kevin. If you don't read on from the first line, you're like, dude, who's Kevin?
It's a red blend. It's not bad. It's pretty good. Ew. Gross.
Oh, it's pretty good. It tastes like Apothic, but nicer.
Yes, it is nicer than Apothic.
Yeah. I mean, it's more expensive than Apothic, but...
Well, yeah. Well, the Apothic we always get is also a red blend.
So yeah, La Grande Orange in Phoenix. It's really good. It's on 40th Street in Camelback.
It's delicious.
It is quite delish. So... Let's talk.
Let's talk.
You had notes written down.
They were for you.
You didn't write down any of your own notes this week?
No, I did have some.
Okay, well, read me my first note I sent you, because we were in the car driving to Tucson, and I was like, Amanda, write this down. But I had to write it down.
It's in code.
It was in code. So, not code, but just so she couldn't figure out what it was about.
Okay, the first thing, do you want me to read it to you?
Yes.
Older woman at gas station. So you're not even going to remember your stupid code.
Oh, okay. So, that took me a second. Older woman at gas station. So, I go to get gas on, when did we go to Tucson? Saturday night?
Saturday morning? Yesterday morning?
Saturday morning. So, Friday night, I went to go fill up my car with gas. First of all, got a new company car. They gave me a 2019 Outback. Holy shit. That thing holds so much gas. I drove to Tucson and back, and that's 122 miles each way, and it took a little more than I would say less than a half of a tank.
It's like a quarter of a tank, a little more.
No, a little more than 3/4 of a tank.
3/4 of a tank is half.
A little less than 3/4 of a tank. God damn it. So a little less than 3/4 of a tank. So anyway, it holds like fucking unbelievable amount of gas. But I go to the gas station, and like, if you haven't seen me, if you know me, I'm super threatening. If you just look at me, I'm not threatening. I'm this tall, white, skinny Jewish kid who wears Patagonia and North Face. Like, I'm not threatening, and I wear Toms. Like, I'm not threatening if you just look at me. And so I go to fill up my car on Friday night, like 9 p.m., and there's these two girls filling up on the other side of the gas pump from me, but they're in two different cars. So one's at one gas pump and the other's behind her. One is like our age, and then the one behind her has got to be like, I don't think it was her mom. It had to be like her older friend or coworker, just the way she talked to her.
Okay.
And so the older one like gets done with her gas right as I pull up, and the younger one's like just starting, and she's got a truck, so it like takes a long time to fill up. And her friend's like, and the younger girl's like, see you later, like I'll see you at the house or whatever. And then her friend just sits in her car and like closes the car door and sits there and just like stares at me. And I'm like, okay. And then this goes on for like 2 minutes. She's just like staring at me, and she's like has her phone up and like is texting, but then also looking at me. And I'm on the other side wearing fucking Patagonia, just like filling up my tank. And then the younger one is like filling up her tank. She goes, and so the older one rolls down her window and she goes, how much longer do you have? And the girl's like, I don't know, like a few minutes. And she goes, okay. And she rolls her window back up and just stares at me. And then she finishes, get back in her car, and then they both take off. And I'm like,
all I'm hearing right now is your male privilege speaking, because this is literally what women have to deal with all the time.
I wasn't even looking at them.
No, I know, but when you're at a gas station at night, you have to take all the precautions.
But the younger girl was fat and ugly. Why would I do anything to that? What? Pass me the wine.
Nope.
Pass me the wine. But she wasn't attractive anyway.
That doesn't matter.
It's not like they would do anything anyway. I'm just saying it was rude.
It's not rude. That's literally what women have to do. That's how we live our lives. In constant fear.
Get a gun. Give me one, please. I'm in so much. I'm hurt.
Oh, I'm sorry that your little male ego is hurt.
Oh, shut up. I've dealt with racism. You haven't, because you're white.
Yeah, but I'm a woman and I have to deal with that bullshit all the time.
I'm Jewish. I've had to deal with actual bullshit.
That is actual bullshit.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't going to rape her.
They don't know that.
If anything, I was just going to, like, start up a conversation. I'm just kidding. I wasn't going to do anything. It was just rude.
It doesn't matter. It's not rude.
So I stared straight back at her, by the way.
Of course you did, because you don't understand what was going on.
I don't understand social cues, but if you stare at me, I'm going to stare right back the fuck at you.
Well, that's probably why she kept staying there then, because you were creepy and staring at her.
I did continually wink at her, so maybe that...
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
All right, what's on your list of notes?
Well, it was my debacle with DoorDash this week, remember?
Dude, fucking DoorDash. I read so many things about DoorDash on Reddit this week, about how they put restaurants on their thing that don't accept it.
Seriously?
Yeah, like they'll put a restaurant on DoorDash, even if the restaurant says no. And there was actually one where, so if you don't, if the driver is there, they only have to wait something like 9 or 10 minutes before they can cancel your order. So people were talking about how like DoorDash drivers and some Uber Eats drivers were pulling up to people's houses and not telling them they were there, waiting the 9 minutes and taking off with their food. And then there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'd be so angry. Because you're already hungry, so you're already... God. Oh my God. Okay.
Anyway.
So, we've been having some trouble with DoorDash finding where we live. And
Your place?
Well, I haven't really had trouble in the past with my place, which is surprising because my apartment complex is giant. But
I've always had trouble.
No, I know, and it doesn't make any sense because yours is so straightforward. But I leave very detailed instructions on how to get to my apartment because it is such a big complex. And usually they can find their way. So this guy, he's driving in, and I see on the little map that he just is stopped at the mailboxes, which is where my address is, right? So that's where they think your apartment is, but it's like clearly it's not. It's a mailbox. So anyway, he's just stopped there, and then he calls me, and I'm about to text him like, keep driving, just keep driving. And then he calls me, and he's like, okay, I'm at the mailboxes, come down and get your food. And I was like, like, no, that's like a 10-minute walk. Like, keep driving. Like, if you read the instructions I left for you, you would see that you drive past the mailboxes and you keep driving until you can't anymore. And so then he couldn't speak English very well, and he couldn't understand that I kept telling him to keep driving. And he was like, no, I'm at the mailboxes, keep driving. I'm like, I understand you're at the mailboxes. Keep driving. I don't live there. That's where a mailbox fucking is. So anyway, he then I tell him how to get to my apartment, and he starts driving, and then he gets lost. And then he literally stops someone on the street and has me talk to them over the phone on how to get to my apartment. And he did this twice. So I'm talking to some random dude that was just walking along my apartment on how to get to my apartment. And then he finally finds his way, and then he makes me come out and get my food. He's like, come down and get your food. And I'm like, I'm on the first floor. But I still went out and got my food because I was so fucking pissed off. I just wanted my food. And now I can never order from DoorDash again because I'm so tired of their bullshit.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking stupid. Wait, so are you ever worried about those guys? Like, because now they have your phone number or like know where you live?
Well, I didn't text. Well, I guess he called, but I don't know if it actually...
But like now these drivers and everything know where you live and like all that.
Well, he doesn't because he didn't get out of his own fucking car to find where I lived.
Yeah, I'm just saying in the past, like ladies, are you ever worried? Like, because Uber Eats drivers and Uber drivers and all these random people, now they know where you live.
Yeah, that's true.
It's fucking weird.
I mean, usually when I Uber, I put to pick me up at like where the gate is, so not even my apartment.
I mean, people know where I live, but they come over here uninvited. I dare you. It's fun for me.
Cadell will get you.
No. No. You'll be bitten by a few other things first. There's already a dead bird right outside. Just wait.
Yeah, you really need to clean that up.
No. There's a dead bird right outside my door. Not right outside my door.
It's right outside your door.
It's not like a pigeon. It's like a little baby sparrow. It's cute.
It's a robin.
Okay, it's a cute little robin.
Sad.
It's just laying there with his neck all torqued back.
It's not. No, he's just dead, and you
Look,
need to clean it up.
I told you. I imagine like some cat really like loves Cadell and brought Cadell a present in the middle of the night and left it there for me to bring inside and like show him. So I just imagine like some cat went through a bunch of stuff and just wanted to bring Cadell a present, and now it's there.
Well, you didn't give it to Cadell, so either
well, yeah, because that's
way.
gross and dirty. It's a bird.
Just fucking throw it away.
I don't want to touch it. You're the vet. You take care of it.
I will.
So, no, don't. It's a present. So,
Oh my god.
no, dude, DoorDash is so fucking stupid. So, Uber Eats I have less problems with, but DoorDash, we had this problem. We ordered dinner like last weekend when we were watching some movie, and DoorDash, I leave specific instructions that no one could fucking miss. And this guy comes through and he's like in the front, and then I leave instructions, and then once I find out who my driver is, I message the driver. I text them every time and say what it is. This guy like calls Amanda and is like, "Oh, hey, I'm here. I'm outside like the front office. Like, where are you?" And Amanda's like, "Did you go through the gate?" He's like, "I don't see a gate."
It's
and
right there.
Amanda's trying to be super nice to him, and I was like, "Give me the fucking phone." And she was like, "No," and I was like, "Give me the fucking phone." So I take the phone and I'm like, "Dude, turn around." And he's like, "Oh, there's the gate." And I'm like, "Go through the gate, open it up, and fucking drive through to the back." And then he like gives me my food and he's like, "Oh, you'll have to excuse an old man who doesn't know his way around." I go, "Then don't fucking drive for DoorDash or Uber Eats." It's fucking unreal how stupid these people are.
I know.
Like,
they can't. You have to have a sense of direction. You have to know how to use a GPS. Like, I don't understand how.
the only time I use them now, any ordering service, is like if I legitimately do not feel like going anywhere, or it's far enough away to inconvenience me to go. Like if I know it's going to take me a gallon of gas, I'd rather pay a $3 delivery fee. Because it's like, well, I don't pay for gas. So
Yeah, fuck
I
you.
guess it doesn't matter. But if it's far away, like sometimes I want to order something that's 20 minutes away, I'll just Uber Eats it. That way I can just chill at home. But now, if it's close, like Sauce, any of those, I'll just straight fucking go there.
Yeah, it's not even worth it.
It's not
anymore.
worth it because these people are so fucking retarded.
Remember when we ordered those milkshakes and then that super old guy was just like driving in circles and could not find us?
Yeah, and our milkshakes were
Our
fucking
milkshakes
like
were melted.
And
It was
I'm
so
like,
sad.
I'm like, dude.
It took him 45 minutes to find this place.
No, it took someone an hour and a half to get here the other day because they kept picking up orders on their way.
Oh my god.
Yeah, which they're not supposed to do unless you like
No.
share a driver. Yeah. And like you can see on the map when they're picking up an order. It pissed me the fuck off. Like,
Well, also I hate DoorDash. You tip them before they deliver
That's
it to you.
bullshit.
And that's fucking bullshit.
yeah, that's bullshit. So what I do is like for Uber Eats, when you can decide to tip, here's what I started to do. I leave instructions, right? If you find my place without me having to fucking tell you where to go, you get a tip. If I have to text you, I already left specific instructions on how to get into my complex and how to find me. If you fail, you get no tip.
Yeah, it's simple.
It's fucking fair.
Yeah.
Straight fucking fair.
Yeah.
Because they're already making money. The tip is just extra.
Yeah.
So fuck you. If you can't find my place, it's your job. It's your fucking job. This literally drives me crazy how inept people are.
You don't have to go through, like, because I was a Postmates person. I never actually did it, but I signed up for it to deliver for Postmates. And you don't have to interview. You don't have to do anything. You literally just sign up and you're employed by them.
Well, what was really cool is the only thing I ever signed up for was before I got my job with where I am now, I was considering, because this was back when I was a streamer and I was going to push to make money streaming. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, oh, I'll just drive for like Uber, like on the weekends. I never did, but I signed up for Uber with my old truck, the truck I had right before this. And because my truck was so nice, I got like Uber Black or whatever. So I could have driven around and made fucking bank.
I mean, you don't make that much money being an Uber driver.
Not in Phoenix.
Not anywhere. They make shit.
I mean, if you work
It's
80...
like, it's their side job. Like, it's just people that...
I've heard of some Uber drivers making close to $100K a year.
No.
But they drive like 80 hours a week and they get a fuck ton of tips from people because they have like water bottles in their car and gum and all that. Some Uber driver did this math and he like tried it. You say if you go to the grocery store and buy like a $4 24 pack of water every day and you give those waters out to your 20-something people, he goes, you can almost guarantee $20 to $30 in tips just off that $4 purchase.
I mean, true, but they still don't make that much, and it's not like Uber doesn't reimburse them for their gas or shit like that.
Well, no, but you get reimbursed so you don't get reimbursed for your gas or any of that, but because it's your business, you write off all of your gas and your car payment, so you don't pay taxes on any of that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's nice. You can make money, and people like Toyota.
But I don't think you don't make a lot, and you have to... Like,
you can survive.
Who wants to work 80 hours a week driving people?
You can survive working 40 hours a week.
I don't think you can survive.
You can survive.
Okay.
You can't live like this, but you can survive.
In a box on the street? Yeah, sure.
I don't live in a box on the street.
No, I'm saying...
No, I said you can't live like me.
I know, and I'm saying they can survive in a box on the street.
Okay, what's next on your list? I'm getting too angry about this shit.
No, I'm going to read what's on yours. Untimely hospital chit-chat with Scott. See, you don't even remember. You have me write down this shit. You don't even remember it.
God damn it. Oh, untimely hospital chit-chat. So, have you guys ever, had to go to the bathroom?
No, never.
And take a shit, and you're driving, right? And you're going to so I had to go to into one of the hospitals, right, and check on something. And so I'm driving, and it's like a 20-minute drive, and 5 minutes after leaving my house, I'm like, oh, dude, my stomach hurts, and I was like, oh, I gotta take a shit, and so I'm driving, and I get to the hospital, and the second I open my door, I'm like, oh god, I gotta take a shit. So I go into the hospital, and in the hospital, right by the cafeteria where you walk in, there's 2 bathrooms. Both were locked. It means there's 2 people in there. So I stood outside the bathrooms for 4 minutes, kind of not trying to pace back and forth because then people would know I had to take a shit. And so I'm waiting there. No one's coming out of these bathrooms. And I'm like, fuck this. So I go over to the OR and I code into the OR and I get in there. And I'm walking to the surgery locker room where we change out. And I'm walking over there. And then right as I get there, so one of the people I've known there forever, one of the charge nurses, I've known him for 5 years when I was working for another company. And he was just in Hawaii for a week and a half. And we're have a lot in common except for the fact that he's 6'6" and ripped and I'm me. So he walks... So I'm walking to the bathroom and I'm like, oh yes, I get to take a shit now. And he comes and so right across from the locker rooms is the offices where all of the managers sit and everything. And he walks out right there and he's like, Brad. And I was like, hey. And he was like, what's up? I was like, nothing, man. And he was like, so yeah, just got back. And I was like, oh yeah, how was Hawaii? And immediately in my head I went, why did you ask that, Brad? I literally thought in my head right then, I was like, you're a fucking idiot. Why did you just ask? He was like, oh, it was fantastic, blah, blah, blah. I was like, how was the bike ride up the mountain? And I go, Brad, why did you do that? Stop asking questions. And we went on for literally 15 minutes in the hallway talking. And the whole time I have to shit. And I'm like, God damn it. So I was like, hey, I got to change out really quick. I'll come back up and talk to you. He's like, oh, okay. And I go in the bathroom. And I sit down on the toilet. And, of course, the second I do, someone else walks in the locker room, walks right up to the urinals. They're like...
Does that automatically just mean you can't poop now?
Nope. At that point, I was like, fuck it. And I just shit. And nothing feels better than that. Nothing feels better.
Guys, you know what nothing feels better? So funny.
Nothing feels better than clean shits where you don't even need to wipe. I mean, you should. You know those ones? Where you wipe and you're like, wait, where did it all go? And then there's one where you need half the toilet roll. Because just keeps coming.
It's
girls don't poop, shut up.
I'm not talking about girls pooping. I'm talking about, there was a Parks and Rec episode. And Chris Pratt's character was talking talking to a doctor about how he had something wrong with him because he's like, I think I have a marker back there because I just wipe and I wipe and I wipe and it's never clean.
I love that thing guys used to say, it's if you're embarrassed about going to talk to that girl, just remember at some point in the last month she's had massive diarrhea. I'm like, ew, but that does make me feel better.
That's not true though. Why is it in a month?
Guys, anytime you're afraid to go talk to a hot girl, just imagine her sitting on a toilet shitting so hard. And
girls don't poop, Brad.
Girls, I've seen 2 girls, 1 cup. They poop.
Ew, I hate that video.
They also eat it. So yeah, I always get into those situations where I need to shit really bad. And then I get into a conversation and then it's just...
It's horrible. It reminds me of this one Thanksgiving. My mom and my brother and I were driving back from our cousin's house in Napa, And my brother had to use the bathroom. And every single gas station was closed. And he was freaking the fuck out. My mom was like, just get out and pee. And he was like, I don't have to pee. It was so funny.
Yeah, like, I hate when I'm driving, like, back from somewhere and I have to take a shit.
It's just really funny. Guys, you cannot handle your life if you have to poop and can't.
Yeah, like, I hate
like,
especially...
women can. We handle it.
I hate... No, see, if I'm, like, let's say, like, the Tucson drive, right? If I'm, like, halfway, or, like... Yeah, if I'm, like, halfway home and I can start to feel it, I'm like, oh, okay, I can just find somewhere to stop, like a gas station. Mm-hmm. But if I'm, like, 20 or 30 minutes from home, I ain't stopping. I'm trying to get home.
Yeah.
So that's the most painful, because then you got that seatbelt right there that's just pushing on your lower intestines, like, come out and play.
Oh, my God.
I'm surprised I haven't pooped my pants since, like, ever. I don't remember the last time I ever pooped my pants.
As a child, I'm sure you did, yes.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know. I think I've come in my pants before I pooped my pants. I don't... The only time I ever came in my pants was that one thing I said in that episode, like, way back when.
Wasn't it in a sleeping bag?
Hey, don't tell the audience. If they want to hear it, they need to go back through all the episodes and listen.
You never had, like, an over-the-pants hand job?
Never.
Well, that's probably good.
I'm serious. No, straight up. I was so sexually repressed in high school. All I did was kiss a girl in high school that my first time getting, like, a blowjob was the first time I had sex.
No right.
Like, right. Brad, don't fuck with that first, second, third base. It's either strike or home.
Oh, God.
Seriously, I don't ever think I've had, like, a blowjob or a hand job without sex. I don't think ever.
That is completely false.
When I was in college. But yeah, it's I don't know, man. I'm not a huge blowjob person. I mean, yeah, one here or there is great. But, like, why get a blowjob when it can be in her vagina or her ass? But why?
I don't know. Why are you asking me that?
I think for me, on, like, a scale, it's like vagina, ass, mouth.
Sounds like a human centipede movie.
But I wouldn't know, right? Because I don't know. So I guess it's like vagina then mouth. And then ass is just hanging up there in a question mark. But I'm pretty sure it's probably going to beat vagina one day. Because it's tighter, right?
Sure.
Whoa, if your ass is not tighter than your vagina, you have a really big problem.
Or you just have a really tight vagina.
Or a really big asshole. I just shit pancakes. Like a fucking griddle back there. Ew. I can shit onto a pan and make you some shit cakes.
That's disgusting.
That is disgusting. Poop is gross.
Everybody does it. Do you want to know the next thing?
No, what's your next thing?
No, I don't have anything.
What the fuck did you...
I had a really just tiring, exhausting week at the clinic. Nothing really happened except for sad things that I don't want to talk about. And I told you about those sad things.
You said dumb bitch was being a dumb bitch again.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, she's always a dumb bitch. Michelle.
You can't help yourself with dumb bitches, man.
Dude, Michelle just drives me crazy. Like, and she doesn't know what she's doing, and she just follows me around, and I'm just like, get the fuck out of here.
How old is she?
I think probably 24, 25.
Oh, she's a little girl.
I know, she's a baby. But, I mean, my partner is only 24, and she's competent.
Oh, Jerry.
Yeah.
She's only 24?
I think so, yeah. Or 25.
How old's Kat?
I think she's 25. I think 25, 24. They gone to vet school right out of undergrad, so they're young.
What's Kat up to?
She's in primary care with me. She's not in my group, but she's like on the floor, like I see her.
We should bring Jackie back on now that she has a new fuck toy.
A fuck toy?
Yeah. Anyone here who wears cowboy boots is a fuck toy.
He wasn't wearing cowboy boots.
I know. Jackie, if you remember Jackie,
him.
if you remember Jackie from our last episodes in the past, she's got a new boy. It's official, right?
I don't know.
It's official. She's got a new guy that they can do horseplay with. So, I asked Amanda if she'd ever wear one of those butt plugs with a tail.
And I said, hell no.
Then I asked if Jackie would wear one. She said,
probably not.
Probably not. If you've ever worn a butt plug that has a tail on it, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just type in butt plug with a tail into Google.
It's actually really self-explanatory.
It's
you
really
don't
cool.
need to... It's what furries wear. How's that cool?
No, it's not furries.
It is furries. It is entirely furries.
No.
What normal person that is not a furry would wear a tail out of their asshole? Besides you, clearly.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a furry.
It's not a furry. That one looks weird.
Fucking weird.
That one's weird.
It's like, hi, I'm half cat.
Look at this one. What if you went to school?
I have a cat coming out of my asshole.
This girl's in a skirt, like a schoolgirl skirt, and she's just got a foxtail hanging out of the bottom.
That is a furry, and that's fucking horrifying.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah,
that's a lizard tail? That can't be real.
Ew.
That's strapped on. That can't be real. What the fuck? Okay, that's furry.
These are all furries.
There's a Pikachu one.
And she's a fucking furry. That's a furry. This is weird.
It's not weird.
It's so weird.
It's a little weird.
It's really weird.
I don't know. If you guys have ever used one, let me know. I'm interested.
Just let me know.
Or butt plugs in general. I want like if you if you're a listener,
if you want to know, get one yourself.
No. If you're a listener and you use a butt plug, hit us up. Email us at hotpotofcoffeepodcast@gmail.com. I would love to have you call in just for like 10 minutes to explain to us why you use a butt plug. I'm interested because I know some people use it for like anal training. Some people use it just because like it's their little secret and like no one knows during work. Like they have a butt plug in. I remember when I was working at the club one time, this girl's butt plug fell out.
Ew.
Yeah, on the floor.
Oh, that's so gross.
Yeah, I don't know if Matt was there that night and saw it, but we'll have to ask him.
That is
But yeah, a girl's butt plug fell out. Give me the wine.
That's so...
Please. You're welcome.
I'm supposed to say you're welcome, but okay.
I choked on it. Okay. Yeah. No, seriously. If you use a butt plug, call in. I'd love to hear your story. Anyway,
what have you been through?
Well, no, not what have you been through. It's fine.
I think people saying it's not fine. It's fine.
Let me tell you something right now, Amanda. You have walked by people and talked to people in life who have a fucking butt plug in, and you don't know it. How weird is that?
It's super weird. Or like those like, or like anal beads. Like people just wear those all the time.
Yeah, same thing. Same idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like weird that like I've talked to someone, looked them in their face, and they've got like a fucking fat giant thumb up their butthole. Yeah. Gotta take it out when you poop. Hey, that could be something. Like, maybe if you had to poop in the... Like, if I had a butt plug in, maybe I wouldn't have had that problem.
I think you would still feel the pain of having to poop.
Yeah, but then it would just back up.
That's a horrible thing for your body.
You got me there. All right, what's next?
So this is the most cryptic of your codes. Are you ready?
Yep.
BCED.
Okay, you would have... This one wasn't cryptic at all. What does BC stand for?
Like before Christ?
No, BC. Like in everyday usage.
In everyday usage? Because?
Like, did you take your BC?
Birth control?
Yeah. What does ED stand for?
Erectile dysfunction.
Boom. Wasn't cryptic at all. So, scientists at the University of Who Gives a Shit just came out with a male birth control pill.
Hey, I have a story about that.
It's not in development yet for like 10 years, and I'll tell you why. So, what's your story?
So, I'll tell you why, because they had males study, like they were testing it on men, and they couldn't handle it.
No, that's not what happened.
That is what happened.
Maybe a different study, but that's not what happened in this one.
They were getting hormonal, and they couldn't handle it. And women were like, oh, really?
Well, two things. One, men were getting erectile dysfunction, and they were like, well, then what the fuck's the point? Like, there's no point of the birth control if you can't get a boner.
I mean, just take the birth control and a blue pill at the same time, and you'll be fine.
No. Second of all, it doesn't work the same as women, right? So what it does is women birth control stops the egg, right?
I mean, some do, yeah.
Yeah.
Some don't.
So
some work through other methods.
And then the male birth control, the only thing they could figure out was to reduce sperm count The problem is you can't get it to 0 without, like, if you got it to 0, it'd pretty much be irreversible, like a vasectomy. So no matter what, it's not 99.99%. It's like still crossing your fingers.
Yeah.
So basically they said like, oh, we're making a male birth control pill, but the female will still have to be on birth control.
It's fucking
Yeah,
stupid.
and it's like, then don't do it. I think they should invest all their money in making cum flavorful. I would take that pill. Like if my jizz tasted like strawberry shortcake, every girl would be like, come on my face.
And how effective is the pull-out
Let
method?
me ask you this. What's your favorite flavor?
Of what?
Anything. Like, what do you love? What flavor do you love?
Coffee.
Okay. If they made someone's cum taste like espresso, would you let someone come on your face?
I would let them come in my mouth.
But if they said, okay,
Not on my face.
I'll
I don't want it in my hair.
I'll come in. No. I'll come in. Someone's like, I'll come on your face, but like in your mouth, but like you're just like down with your tongue open like that, and then they come in, like not like blowjob eyes, but like they just like were fucking you, and then you get down on your knees and open your mouth like and then they come in your mouth.
So degrading.
No, it's not. Nothing's degrading in sex. This is what I don't get.
Okay, that's completely not true.
I would love to do that. Like girl on her knees like that with her mouth open and then come in her mouth, like come on her tongue. I would love to do that because that's very porno-ish and that's very like guys love that dirty shit. That's not degrading if a guy does that with you. I think degrading is like coming on your back, slapping a $10 bill on it and being like, get the fuck out of my house.
Well, no shit.
Okay, that's degrading. I'm not slapping a $10 bill on the tongue. Like, what the fuck? Money's gross. I'd rather have cum in my mouth than money. Okay?
Wow, that's saying a lot.
That's saying a lot. Since I'm Jewish, that's saying a lot. Just saying. On your knees, mouth open. Just come right in your mouth.
See, that's degrading.
No,
Okay.
it's not degrading.
It is.
Why is it degrading?
Because it is.
Why?
Because it's just like, oh, take this in your face.
You don't want to feel a little slutty?
I mean, everyone does it sometimes.
Exactly.
Not all the time.
That's pretty slutty. You want to do like it's you're a slut if you do that with a bunch of people, like at the same time. That's called bukkake. But if you just do that with your boyfriend or whatever,
No, I
or like
know,
it's fine.
Yeah.
That's like anal. Anal's not fucking. You're not a fucking slut if you do anal. You're a slut if 3 guys are putting it in your asshole at once, or if you're doing a watertight seal, as Matt calls it. That's one in your mouth, one in your ass, and one in your vagina. You ain't losing no water like that. You could be in the desert, and that will keep all the water in your body. We're stuck in the desert. I'm dehydrated. Hurry, watertight sealer. This podcast once again is about shit and cum. It's 2 in a row.
How does that always end up that way?
Ass, titties, ass and titties. I don't know. I think this is a good argument. I think there's a big
There
thing.
should be some birth control method for men. It's like a.
No, I don't give a shit about that anymore. We're talking about sluts. Why are things slut? Why do girls not want to do something because it'll make them feel slutty? Like the only reason, like I don't want to get on my knees and like have some guy come in my mouth and then like let it drip off my tongue onto my tits or be like act all porny. You need to watch more porn.
What?
See, some girls are like, guys just have so many expectations because they watch porn, and I'm like,
one, that's true.
look, okay, wait, no, because what they mean is body expectations, which, I mean, I don't know if that's true because you look at the porn you like. Right? So if you have to like something in real life before you like it in porn. Right? So like I love skinny, small tit girls. So that's the kind of porn I would watch. I'm not going to watch fat chicks porn. Porn's not going to get me onto fat chicks. That's just how it is. Now, expectations wise, it's like, yeah, a guy sees something in porn that gets him off. So then just do it.
No, because not everyone can do that or wants to do that.
Everyone can get on their knees except for paraplegics, okay? I'm just saying. You can get on your knees and open your mouth and put your tongue out for some cum. It's fine.
Again, not everyone wants to do that, and that's why it's setting expectations.
If you don't want to do it, you're not with the right person. I'm just saying. Why is it such a bad thing? They're not videotaping it. They're not going to like if your boyfriend or your girlfriend is telling people what you do, Yeah, that's a problem, right? I've never told Matt's told me his girls, but I don't tell people like what I don't think I've ever told people what I do with girls. But I don't even tell the girls the next morning. What happened?
Oh my
It
god.
was a bad joke.
That was a horrible joke. Please take that back.
Of course, obviously it's false. They remember. I don't always. So I drugged myself. I'm like, I roofied myself. Is it illegal to roofie yourself and have someone rape you? Can you get raped if you give someone permission?
What?
Exactly. I'm confused. So, no. But this is good. How is it slutty? We're still on this topic. How is it slutty? I don't see a problem.
I'm not saying it's not, like, I'm not talking about it being slutty or not. I'm just saying not everyone is going to want to do that.
Like, what does it take to be like, oh yeah, come in my mouth, like saying that, or like, oh yeah, come in my pussy. What does it take to say that, or come all over my tits and then like spread it around? What the fuck does it take from you? 3 minutes of your time to clean it up? What is it? Girls don't do that shit, and it's like they know guys like it. They know guys want to hear like, oh, come on my face, or come on my tits, or come inside me. Yeah, come inside me. Yeah, because
no one ever says that ever. People say that. I don't understand your question.
It's like, but you don't want to feel slutty. Like, you don't want to just like get on your knees and open your mouth, put your tongue out.
Getting on your knees and opening up your mouth is a degrading stance.
Why?
How is that not?
Maybe in your mind, that's the guy. You're having sex. You're not.
Yeah, it's not degrading to the guy. It's degrading to the woman.
You're only on your knees because that's the appropriate height to penis to mouth ratio. If the penis was lower, you'd have to be on your hands and your knees. If it was higher, you could stand up, but it's not. Like, I'm sure Shaq's wife can just stand up and put her tongue out because she's
very tiny.
Yeah, she's like 5'2" or 5'1", and he's like black. So
he's 7 feet something.
He's huge. I bet you his dick is the size of her.
Yeah, it is. You're absolutely right.
She has to do so many Kegels. I'm doing Kegels right now as we're talking.
Gross.
Yep. Anyway, that's a good question. I want to hear from like actual girls.
Excuse me?
Not just you, I mean, like other people. And like we can't ask Jackie these kinds of questions. Maybe we could. That'd be funny.
You can ask, doesn't mean she'll answer.
She'll just go, Brad, oh my God. Oh my God, Brad. That's what all girls do when they don't want to answer. Oh my God. So, yeah, answer that question for us. What's the sluttiest slut thing you've done with your boyfriend or husband?
You can do slutty things with your boyfriend or husband. I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying that.
And Lexi, don't answer this question because you're family and I don't want to fucking know.
Weird.
That'd be weird. I don't want to hear from family members. I just want to hear from listeners. Yeah, dude. I'm really interested in this. I'm going to do some more research.
I'm going to do some research.
Yeah, I'm going to do some research.
Make a study out of it.
Yeah, Wikipedia and Pornhub are going to be
my sources.
My sources. I'll quote them all. Give you guys time codes. I will show you 40-minute compilations of girls getting cum on their face, and they love it. They're getting paid, though.
Yeah, that's one thing you keep forgetting.
God damn it. Anyway, that's a lot of talk about that.
About poop and cum.
Yeah. Anyway.
What else is new?
Did I write down any more notes?
Nope.
All right.
That was it.
I think we're going to end it there because...
we probably shouldn't carry on.
I should not carry on. I should close my mouth.
Yeah.
Or open it with my tongue out.
Yeah, you should get on your knees. Mouth open. Tongue out.
My face is on the mic. Anyway, guys. Hey, you. Thanks for listening and subscribing and liking and rating. If you haven't rated us on iTunes and you're subscribed, please take 2 seconds out of your day and rate us on that star chart, that 5-star chart, that 5 stars. We would really appreciate the rating, but we love you. Thank you for tuning in for another wonderful episode, and we will catch you next week. Peace.
Bye.